Going public can bring new problems. For years, there have been accusations that hospital staff discriminate against self-harm cases. But with admissions for self-inflicted injuries up by 43%, it's an issue that won't go away. To change that, Nellie helps educate health professionals with Professor Graham Martin.
Come in.
Telling her story may be the best way yet for Nellie to beat self-harm.
Not a problem. How you going?
What keeps you in there? Because it must be uncomfortable at times to go over the story again and again.
I feel, I don't know, I always feel better after I do these. I always feel, there's some hope, whether it's for myself or the system in general or for other people. So it does make me feel good.
She takes part in seminars with the hope that those who come after her won't be treated in the same way.
What's the longest you've ever spent before you actually got sewn up?
Probably 4, 5, 6 hours maybe. And in the meantime, I've seen other people, that have come in after me that have had possibly minor injuries.
So it's not just that you were in a queue?
No. I've been bleeding and been left in the hallway.
It's really hard to talk about, and not many people do want to hear about it.
It's a bit hard with adults because they don't acknowledge it because they don't want to feel that a teenager could actually have those dark feelings inside to do that to themselves.
Like my dad, I don't talk to him about it, and I like to keep it a secret. You don't want them knowing, but you want them to know at the same time.
With such a lack of understanding from those around them, it's no surprise that many teenagers keep their injuries a secret.
The act looks violent on the outside, and that's what scares people. That's what scares parents, it's what scares most adults.
These self-harming behaviours certainly seem to go counter to our instinct for self-protection. In fact, when people are self-harming, they're trying to survive the best way they know how in that particular moment.
Understanding self-harm as a way to survive has disturbing consequences. Researchers are now asking challenging questions about the state of society and how it could be partly responsible.
The fact that people are experiencing increasing levels of distress and mental health problems might be a sign that we design environments that are pleasing to us in the short term, but might be harmful to us in the longer term.
Society now moves so fast, there is no time to wait or reflect. Our world is more chaotic, more traumatic. The ability to self-soothe has never been more important.
Our ability to deal with stress and our consciousness in some ways has not kept pace with the technological advances that we have engendered.
Cultural evolution is a very rapid process, whereas biological evolution is a very slow one. So in some ways you can think about us as finding ourselves in a modern environment but still having a Stone Age brain.
Self-harm is showing us that the modern world is accelerating faster than evolution. Learning to slow down could provide some of the answers, and Alison's story may be living proof. Her results are in, and they reveal a changed brain.
It's pretty remarkable, it really is, that someone in such a short period of time could bring about a change in the way their brain is functioning.
Alison's first EEG revealed her brain was on a hair trigger for negative emotions, with more activity on the right side of her frontotemporal cortex than the left. Her second EEG tells a very different story.
The right-hand side of her brain has become less active and the left-hand side has become more active. And the interesting thing is the pattern of the shift is consistent with there being a reduction in her negative emotions and an increase in her positive emotions.
I'm feeling an advanced sense of achievement. But it's good. It's good.
In just 2 months, Alison has achieved something remarkable. She has used her brain to change her brain. Just by meditating, she has created new neural pathways that lead to positive emotion instead of self-harm. She will have to keep up her meditation, and although there's no quick fix, her story is full of promise.
This is really a very hopeful message, because what it says is that we are not just victims to our biology or our circumstances, but if we take positive action and learn better coping skills and enhance our mental health, then this actually produces positive change from within.
Alison's success shows science's quest to help those who self-harm is more important now than ever before.
I think in the future I'd like to stop. Definitely, I can see that.
What I really want is a world without self-harming.
I'd like to be happy and getting on with life, mainly. That's all I really want.
I want people to know that it is bad and it's so hard, but you can get through this. It's going to take time, and you may not believe me, but it is possible.
I think that part of what this epidemic in self-injury is showing us is that it's time. It's time for us to turn inward and to ask, what are the tools that we need to effectively manage life?
We need a population that is empathic, caring, and assists people who self-injure to take charge of their own lives and to find a method that doesn't involve damaging the skin.
DVDs of this program can be purchased for educational use from VEA by calling 1-800-034-282.